home, but we are what? We are making money. So invite your teams. Invite your teams. Invite your teams. We are around 144. 144, still not much, because crypto ambassadors, we are far beyond that. Beyond that. We are far beyond that. 144. We are making money. So invite your teams. Invite. Money time. So today, as the crypto ambassadors leaders, we have sat down and we have brought to you an amazing strategy. Tell your neighbor, an amazing strategy. Tell them, an amazing strategy. It is called the Super Start Small and Win Big strategy. Everybody would want to hear about this good news. Go in your training groups. Leaders, go in your training groups. Tell them that they are missing. The money is in the house. The money is in the what? In the house. They are missing. Take a screenshot. Tell them that you are missing. There is fire in the house. Super Start Small and Win Big strategy is what we are going to talk about today. So you are going to be able to make profits. To make what? Profits. Even when the market is dropping down. Even when the market is what? Is dropping down. So the Super Start Small and Win Big strategy. Are you tired of floating loss? Do you wish to make money on a daily basis using RoyalQ? You shouldn't miss this opportunity. Super Start Small and Win Big strategy. Tell your neighbor you are missing. So straight away, I will share my screen. I will share my screen straight away. So this strategy, it is aimed at helping you to make money even when the market is dropping, and it is aimed at calculating your capital management. Is very what? Very important. Even those that can compound using this strategy, it is good. Those that can compound using the strategy, it is good. So compounding, those of you that don't know compounding means that when you go to the market and you make profit, after you have made profit, you return back at the profit made in the market to make more and more, or to make much more profit. Are you getting the point? So that's what we call compounding. So I will talk about very, very many things using this strategy, the Super Start Small and Win Big strategy. Okay. Without wasting your time, so I would love to take over. Let me see if the number has increased. Yes, 184. Okay. So for those ones who have just started the business, if you are new here, this is what we call a signal. This is what we call a signal. So this is a trading signal that is given to you to set in your RoyalQ application. And I told you, once you are given a signal, the first thing for you to identify, it is the name or a trading pair given to you to set in your RoyalQ application. So whenever you are given a signal, the first thing for you to identify, it is the name of the coin given to you to set in your RoyalQ application. So in this case, we are given if. That is the name of the coin given. And then we are given TP. We are given what? TP. TP means take a profit. It means take what? Take a profit. If you go to your RoyalQ application, when you want to set this signal, this name TP, this TP in your RoyalQ, it is given as whole position, take a profit ratio. It is given as whole position, take a profit ratio in your RoyalQ. So whenever you see a word whole position, take a profit ratio in your RoyalQ, it means TP. It means
but
what?
We cannot. Either we cannot see your screen, sir.
Oh, sorry. You're not seeing my screen? Okay, let me stop sharing and I share again. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You know, it has been raining and, Africa's internet. It's always like that. you have to bear with me. Africa's internet is always like that when it has been raining. Yes. So TP, you are given TP of 3%, meaning that when the robot buys and sells this coin, you are going to make a profit percentage of 3%. A profit percentage of what? Of 3%. But 3% of what? 3% of the money invested in the coin, which we call first buying amount. So you are going to make 3% of the money invested in a coin, but not your total capital on your digital bank of Binance. I repeat the statement. You will make 3% of the money invested in a coin, but not your total capital on your digital bank of Binance. Because I've got people into my inbox. You find someone complaining, I'm using $1,000 as my trading capital on my digital bank of Binance. But I've never even made a profit of $2 or $3 with my $1,000. Now, the question is, did you invest all your $1,000 in a coin? Or you commanded the robot to use part of your money? Let's say, for example, you may be trading with $1,000 and you command the robot to use $100 in the first buying amount. That means when the robot buys and sells this coin, you are going to make 3% of over $100 that went to the market. That went to the what? To the market. If you have understood that, type 2 in the chat. If you have understood that, type 2 in the chat. If you have understood that, type 2 in the chat. If you have understood that, type 2 in the chat. Type 2 in the chat. We continue. So now you know that the profit made depends on the money you have invested in a coin. Hey, I'm seeing someone is saying not yet. Now you know that the profit made depends on the money you have invested in a coin, but not your total capital on your digital bank of Binance. Are we together? Are we together? So the profit made depends on the money you have invested in a coin, but not your total capital on your digital bank of Binance. Now, money invested in a coin, it is what we call the first buying amount. That is the money invested in a coin. So we go to preset. Preset in your royal queue, when you are going to set this signal, it is called first preset buy in price. First preset buy in price. So when you see the word first preset buy in price, first preset buy in price, it means preset. It means preset. And the word preset, it means a trigger price, a price at which you want your robot to start buying this coin. A price that you want your robot to start buying this coin. For example, the coin has two prices, the current price and the preset price given in the signal. And the preset price given in what? In the signal. The preset price, this preset price is always lower than the current price, because if the current price is here, the preset is always down here. Because we want to when the market is moving and it comes down here, so that the robot can pick up the trade when the market has dropped a little bit. When the market has dropped a little bit, we want the robot to pick up the trade. That's what it is called. That's preset. So preset, it is a trigger price. It is a price you want your robot to start buying. To start buying what? This coin. Now, when using the super start small and win big strategy, when you are using the super start small and win big strategy, this is not important. This is not important. So trading using these different strategies that we give you, it is a decision. You are not going to find any signal telling you that you trade using the start small and win big strategy, or you trade using the super start small and win big strategy. Remember, this is called super start small and win big strategy. So it is different with start small and win big strategy. I told you, your mind should always be flexible, because we keep on changing the strategies depending on the movement of the market. If your mind is always on one thing, like this player of Virgin Mary, it doesn't change. It is always the same. When I was growing up, we were reciting the same prayer. Up to now, we are reciting the same prayer of Virgin Mary. Our Father in God, the same things. My friend, you may not manage these things. So your mind has to be flexible to adapt whatever it is coming. Are you getting the point? So while using the super start small and win big strategy, these two are not important. What you need from the signal, it is the name of the coin given to you to trade, and then they take a profit plus the preset. Plus the what? Plus the preset. Now, that is done and dusted. So if it is done and dusted, now let's go to calculations. Calculations. If possible, you can take screenshots. If possible, if you have a book, you can write down something, because we are humans, we always forget, and we have so many things on our heads. So if possible, you can write down. So we are going to calculations. of the super start small and win big strategy. Okay. Is my screen visible? I may be talking to only myself. Is my screen visible? Is my screen visible? Let me see. Is my screen visible? Is my screen visible? Someone is asking me a question. What if the price goes below the preset? What is happening? I told you preset. Preset, it is a trigger price. It is a price that you want your robot to start buying. This is my screen visible? 100%. Someone is telling me 100%. Huh. This person using Samsung Samsung SA155. Okay, 100%. Okay. So since we are together, the super start small and win big, it is called super start small, and win big. And win big is what? Strategy. So now I'm going to give you the calculations of the super start small and win big strategy. Pay much more attention because the calculations are the more important thing, are the most important thing. So you are going to use 15%. You are going to use 15% of your trading capital as the first buying amount. As the first buying amount. Let's say you are using $100. You are using what? $100 as your trading capital. Trade one coin. Trade one what? Trade one coin. Use 15% of $100. Your trading capital. Close here. Close here. Have you seen? So that would be, when you calculate on the calculator, 15%. When you come to the calculator, it is 15%. That is 15 divided by 100, because a percentage is always on 100. A percentage is on 100. That's why we are dividing 15 divided by 100. 15 divided by what? 100. You get 0.15 times your $100. Times what? $100. Meaning that you are getting 15. This $100, it is your trading capital. It is your what? It is your trading capital. So you are getting 15 what? $15. So come here. This one equals to what? 15. This is the first buying amount. FBA. First buying amount. Now, what is the remaining balance? What is the remaining balance? What is the remaining balance? The remaining balance is 100 minus 15. Minus 15. 100 minus 15, giving you 85. Giving you 85 what? $85. Divide this by 5. 5 is your second first buying amount. 5 is your second first buying amount. Now, 85 divided by 5, you are getting 17. 17 becomes the number of margin calls. 17 becomes the number of margin calls. So that is the calculation of the super start small and win big strategy. Now, 15, after the robot has bought the coin, change from $15 and you put 5. Because I told you 5 becomes your second first buy in amount. 5 becomes your second first buy in what? In amount. 5 becomes your second first buy in amount. This is the first. After the robot has bought the coin, change from 15 and then you put 5 what? $5. So meaning that a person who is trading using $100 with our super start small and win big strategy, you are going to trade one coin with 17 margin calls, or what we call margin call limit, 17 margin calls, with $15 as your FFBA, first buy in amount, then with $15, with $5 as SFBA, second first buy in amount. If you have got the calculation, type 3 in the chat. Type a 3 in the chat. Type a 3 in the chat. Type a 3 in the chat if you have got the calculation, the super start small and win big strategy. Where did you get the 5? 5 is constant. You can either divide by 5 or you can divide by 10. The remaining balance, you can either divide it by 5 or you can divide it by 10. I'm repeating. Someone is saying lonely soul. My friend, change the name. Change the name. You know, spiritually, spiritual realms. I'm not a pastor, but spiritually, things that you do, name yourself lonely soul. Are you lonely, really? Change the name. Why do you call yourself lonely soul? There are so many people around you. That's why maybe even things are difficult for you to understand. You are lonely. You want to be alone? No. I can't accept that. I can't accept that. I'm repeating the calculation. Because once you understand this, everything becomes easy for you. I am repeating the calculations for us to understand. I'm repeating the calculations. This time around, let's go to $200. If your capital is $200, trade one coin. Trade one what? Trade one coin. You are going to use 15% of $200 as your first buy in amount. This is going to be 15 divided by 100 times 200. Times 2 what? 200. That is a 0.15 times 200. This one is giving you $30. $30, it is your FFBA. FFBA means your first buy in amount. That means you are going to trade that coin with $30 as your first buy in amount. If the robot buys the coin, you are going to change from $30 and put what? It is 200. 200 minus $30. 200 minus $30. 200 minus 30, which is giving you 170. 170. you can decide to divide by 5. Then the answer you get, this one 5, it is your second first buy-in amount. It is your second SFBA. SFBA. It is your second first buy-in amount. Meaning that 170 divided by 5, you are getting 34. 34 becomes your number of margin calls. Becomes your number of margin calls. So if you are trading using $200, you are going to trade one coin. One what? Coin. You are going to first invest $30 in that coin. If the robot buys the coin, it means that the $30 have already gone to the market. The $30 have already gone to the market. Then come back to your trade settings and change from $30 as your first buy-in amount, and you change to 5. To 5 as your second first buy-in amount for the robot to buy these 34 margin calls using $5. If you have understood that, type a 2 in the chat. If you have understood that, type a 2 in the chat. If you have understood that, type a 2 in the chat. Someone is asking me, what about $600? My friend, the calculations. I'm giving you different calculations so that you can calculate for yourself. Understanding. This is not cram work. It is understanding. It is the same thing that you can do even when you are having $500, even having $600, even when you are having $1,000, $2,000, $800, $700, $600. It is the same calculations that you can do. Someone is saying me, not yet. You people, what is wrong? Please also use low as $50. Okay, I'm dull, but at least I have understood. Hey, Filippo. I'm dull, but at least I have understood. Wow. Yeah, for that. Yeah. You see, even the dull people are understanding. So what about you, who is very sharp? Yeah. Okay. So someone is talking about $50. Maybe his trading capital is $50, and the person wants to know. And the person wants what? Wants to know. Let's go to calculations. $50. Trade one coin. The same applies to 80. Trade one coin. The same applies to $90. Trade one coin. The same applies to $100. Trade one coin. The same applies to $200. Trade one coin. The same applies to $300. Trade one coin. The same applies to $500. Trade one coin. So if I have not mentioned your capital, 600. Trade one coin. $700. Trade one coin. $800. Trade one coin. $900. Trade one coin. $1,000. Trade one coin. $2,000. Trade one what? One coin. Because the more this one coin that you are trading, it is giving you a chance to open up more margin calls. And once you open up more margin calls, you are always safe in the market. You are always safe in the market. You see, Bitcoin surprised us at night. Bitcoin surprised us at night. It went down to $50,000, $80,000. So those ones who are trading with margin calls are the only safe people in the market right now. If you don't trade with margin calls, you see. So these issues of us trading 10 coins, trading 8 coins, trading 7 coins, 10 and 12. I don't know. Because the market keeps on changing. So for you being safe in the market, you have to trade with more margin calls. $50. Someone will say low at $50. Okay. Trade 1 coin. But I think people with HTX, you cannot use $50 because if it is 15% times 50, close here, which becomes $7. It becomes 7.5. It becomes $7.5 as your first buy-in amount. What is the remaining balance? The remaining balance is 50 minus 7, or you can make it 8. Roughly, you can make it 8. You make it 8 here, roughly. Then it would be 50 minus 8. 50 minus 8, giving you 42. Divide this by 5. Divide this by 5. 42. Divide it by 5. 42 divide it by 5. You are getting 8. You are getting what? 8 margin calls. Have you seen the calculation? So as long as you understand the calculations, the setting becomes easy for you. The setting becomes easy for you. You can either divide by 5 or you can divide by 10. It depends. But people who can divide by 10, I think it starts from $200. That's when you can divide by 10. So let's calculate for 600. Before I go to main settings, $600. Trade 1 coin. Use 15% of 600. 15% of 600. 15% of 600. What is a percentage? A percentage is always at 100. That's why we are when we say 15%, you divide 15, divide by 100 times your capital. Times your what? Times your capital. So if you don't know how to calculate it, use calculators. Your phones have calculators. 15%, it is 15 divided by 100, and the answer is 0.15. So if you get 0.15 times your capital, $600, this becomes $90. So $90 becomes your FFBA. FFBA. FFBA means your first buy-in amount. It is going to be $90. It is going to be $90. Now, what is the remaining balance? What is the remaining what? Balance. The remaining balance is simple. Get your capital 600 minus $90 that have gone to the market. Minus 90 what? Dollars that has gone to the market. This is 600 minus 90, which is giving you 510. 500 and what? and 10. That is your remaining balance on your digital bank of Binance. Now, divide this either by 5 or you can divide it by 10. When you divide it by 5, when you divide it by 5, it means 5 becomes your SBA, your second first buy in amount. If you divide it by 10, it means 10 becomes your second first buy in amount. So 510 divided by 10, it is giving you 51. It is giving you 51. And 51 becomes your number of margin calls. 51 becomes your number of margin calls. Bandagamba you can decide to divide 510 divided by 5. 5 becomes your SFBA, your second first buy in amount. And if you decide to divide by 5, if you decide to divide by 5, you are going to get 102 margin calls. So 102 becomes your number of margin calls. It becomes your number of margin calls. So after the robot buying the coin using these $90, which we called the FFBA. FFBA means your first buy in amount. So if the robot finishes to buy the coin using the $90, change from $90 and you put 5. And then number of margin calls, it is going to be 102. If you have understood that, type yes in the chat. Type yes in the chat if you have understood that. You know, I give a lot of examples and still people don't understand. Still people don't understand. I don't know. Since it is raining, and the weather is very cold, it means some people you are at home and some people have a tendency of listening to these trainings when you are in the bedroom. You are in the bedroom, someone is scratching you, he's scratching you, tickling you everywhere. Please tell that person I'm securing my future. I'm securing the future of our children. Please, first give me some few minutes. Yes, tell them. Tell them that I'm securing the future of our children. Cryptocurrency is the next payment method. So when I'm running, please don't scratch me. Leave me alone, even when it is very cold. Hey, leave me alone. Hey, let him go and take coffee. Let him go and take coffee. It is enough for him. Hey. So let him go and take coffee. Tell him, give me please, few minutes. We have to use 50, yes, 15%. You have to use 15%. You can even double your second first buy. It is okay, but brother, this market you have to trade with more margin calls. You have to trade with more margin calls because once you double the money, it is going to reduce on the number of margin calls. And yet the market keeps on changing every second and every minute. Tonight, Bitcoin surprised us and it went down. Those ones who traded with margin calls are the only safe in the what? In the market. Are we together? Are the only people who are safe in the market? Hey, someone is saying leave the bedroom mates. You are right. They should move away from there. My confusion is now on the calculation of the color drop. I said color drop, ignore it when you are using the super start small and win big strategy. Those two strategies, color drops don't work. Color drops don't work. Those two call drops don't work. The start small and win big strategy, and plus this one that I'm teaching, the super start small and win big strategy, the call drops don't work. I told you, ignore them. So, more calls, no floating loss. I think this man comes from Masaka. This one we saying more margin calls, no floating loss. I think you come from Masaka, you man. It's not easy. Okay, I'm repeating the calculations for more and clear understanding of our people, so that I go to the settings of the coin. By using $800, it's your trading capital. Trade one coin. Pay much attention. Let's come back. Trade one what? One coin. You are going to use 15%. A percentage is always at 100. That is 15 divided by 100 times your trading capital, which is $800. Which is what? 800 what? $800. So, what is 15% of 800? It is 0.15 times $800, which is giving you 120. So 120 becomes your FBA, your first buying amount. That means you are going to set this coin using $120 as your first buying amount. We are going to see it in the settings for you to understand it well. Now, what is the remaining balance? What is the remaining balance? The remaining balance is 800 minus $120 that have gone to the that have gone in the coin at first. That have gone to the coin at first, which is 800 minus 120, giving you 680. 600 and what? And 80. You can either decide to divide it by 5, or you can divide it by 10. Let's say I divide this by 10. Now, 10, this 10 here becomes my second first buying amount, which I can call the SFBA. My second first buying what? In amount. Meaning that after the robot buying this one coin using $120, I am going to change from $120 and then I put 10. So if I divide 680 divided by 10, I am getting 80. I am getting 68. 68 becomes my number of margin calls. 68 becomes the number of margin calls. That means I'm going to trade one coin. I'm going to trade one coin using $120 as the first buying amount. If the robot buys the coin, I change from $120 and I put $10 as my second first buying amount, so that the robot can buy the margin calls. These 60-80 margin calls. These 60-80 margin calls. The robot buys them using $10. So I have traded one coin with $120 as my first buying amount. Then I changed it from $120 to $10 as my second first buying amount, so that the robot can buy the 68 margin calls using $10. Whenever it is going to be buying these margin calls, the 68 margin calls, it is going to be investing in $10. If you have understood that, type a 2 in the chat. Type a 2 in the chat. Type a 2 in the chat. If you have understood that, type a 2 in the chat. You see, even Agi has understood. Molin Agi has understood. If Molin has understood, then what about you, Kariango Moses? What about you? Hey, 2 squared, Kobushinje, Margaret has understood. Why not you? Habiba has understood. Nima Simon, one of my best, has understood. What about you? Lonely Solo, where are you? Lonely Solo, where are you? My friend, you are I'm very sorry for you with this coldness, and you are alone. You want to be alone. You need the players. Okay. Lonely Solo, where are you? How many margin calls do I give in? No. There is no margin calls for that. That is only first buying amount. It's only first buying amount. But your screen reader, what is wrong? Being alone, it is okay. My friend, it is never okay. What if you die in the house when you are alone? What if you die in the house? Okay. Now, let's go practical. Let's go practical for each and everyone to understand. Because even when I say so much, when I have not gone practical, this is the signal that we are setting. I told you, if you are using the super start small and win big strategy, what you consider in the signal, it is the name of the trading pair, the TP, the preset. This one, you ignore it. These two, you ignore them. You see them as if they are not there. You just ignore them. You just ignore them. Now, let's go practical. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know you people. Maybe you should touch in your screen. You touch in your screen and you increase. Friends, touch zoom in your screen and then you increase. You increase on the number of, let me stop sharing and I will share again. Maybe someone is playing with the with the settings of the Zoom. You know, you people. People are not easy. People are not easy. Let me share again. Is it okay now? Is my screen big? Let me see. No. It's okay now. Someone is saying it is okay. It's okay now. Others are saying no. Same. Very poor. Someone is saying what? Saying. It's more than okay, sir. You people. Zoom, it is okay. Maybe they are trying to make it's not visible. Change the landscape. No. The zoom is okay.
Can see your screen. Just keep sharing. If they see a bigger picture, let them double tap in their screens so that they can see a bigger picture. So we cannot change that.
Okay.
Everything is okay. We want to let them just double tap in their screens personally on their phones.
Yeah, you tap in your screen of the phone. Okay. So the coin that we are going to set, open your RoyalQ application. Make sure you are at home. Make sure you are at home here. Come and you click on this search bar. Click on the search bar. Then come up here and type in the name of the coin given to you to set in your RoyalQ application. So the name of the coin is here. I told you. The name is there. See, when you type it, RoyalQ will bring it. That is the coin. Click anywhere. Click anywhere. Click anywhere on the coin. Then when you see this message, don't fear. Some people come and say, when I was setting the coin, I saw this, please help me. What is wrong with my RoyalQ? Just click on I understand, or you click on X here, it will disappear. When it disappears, come down here and you click on create. Then click on Martingale. Double tap in your screen so that you can get a wider picture. Click on Martingale. After clicking on Martingale.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Excuse me.
Hello?
I just want to help the people that are commenting so much and posting emojis in the chat. There is no problem. We are all on the same meeting, and for us, we can see very well. I don't see why people are complaining in the chat. RoyalQ, I see people are saying that he changes to scale. The version he's using to share his screen is the best. The version he's using to share his screen is the best. So people complaining in the chat, there is no problem. What can't you see? Because I see the messages are very many. Just continue. Please, the version is very clear that he has. It is good. I don't see any problem, me, with anything. Some people are saying the screen is not visible. It is visible. Move out and come in again.
Hey, can move out and they come in. Move out and join immediately. Move out and join immediately. Yeah, move out and join immediately as we continue. So you click on create down here. After clicking on create, then you come and you click on next. So when you click on next, come and you click on trade setting. You click on what? On trade setting. So this is the interface. This is where the game of the business is. This is where the game of the business is. Come to strategy mode. Come to strategy mode. Click on this arrow that is pointing down, that one. Change from sub-bin mode and you put in sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Put it in sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Put it in sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. Make sure the AI margin call is off. Why is it off? Because we want our robot to buy very fast the margin calls that we have set. So make sure the AI margin call is off. The super start small and win big strategy, the AI margin call, it should be off. Why is it off? Because we want our robot to buy very fast the margin calls that we have set. Come to first buy in amount. Come to first buy in amount. Let's go back to the calculation. I calculate for you for $100. Trade one coin. Use 15% times your capital, which becomes 0.15 times 100. 0.15 times what? Times 100. 0.15 times 100, which is giving us $15. $15 is our FFBA. That is the first buying amount. Meaning that here you are going to put 15. You will put 15. That is the first buy in what? In amount. What is the remaining balance? The remaining balance is $100 minus 15. $15 that have gone to the coin at first, which is giving us a total. That is 100 minus 15. It is giving us 85. 85 divided by 5. 5 becomes your second first buying amount. If you divide 85 divided by 5, it gives you 17. 17 becomes your number of margin calls. Meaning that here on margin call limit, you are going to put 17. You will put 17. The word margin call limit means number. It means the number of margin calls. The word margin call limit means the number of margin calls. So have you understood the calculation from here up to here? Here we have used the 15% over $100, which is giving us $15. $15, it becomes our first buy in amount. Now, what would be the remaining balance? The remaining balance is A is 100 minus 15, which is giving us $85. Divide 85 divided by 5. 5 becomes your second first buy in amount. If you divide 85 divided by 5, you are getting 17. 17 becomes your number of margin calls here. 17 becomes your number of margin calls here. 17 becomes the number of margin calls. 17 becomes the number of what? The number of margin calls. If you have understood that, type a 2 in the chat. Type a 2 in the chat. If you have understood that, type a 2 in the chat. I continue. Type a 2 in the chat. Very easy to understand. As simple as eating karo. Very easy. Are you seeing now? The calculations are becoming very easy for you. The settings are becoming very easy for you because you understood. Because you understood the what? The calculations. Okay. Now, this word here, whole position take a profit ratio. Whole position take a profit ratio. In the signal, it is given as TP. It is given as TP or it is given as take a profit. It is given as what? As take a profit. Once you see the word TP or take a profit in a signal, it means the word whole position take a profit ratio. Now, I'm asking a question. What is the whole position take a profit ratio in this signal? What is the whole position take a profit ratio in this signal that we are setting? What is the whole position take a profit ratio in that signal that we are setting? What is the whole position take a profit ratio in that signal that we are setting? Let me say, Mulife, don't run. Hey, Mulife, don't run. Today we don't have Mulife. Yeah. You know that Nigerian thing? Abina for Kobina. Hey. Where is the Mulife? I'm not saying any Mulife. Where is it? It means all people have. Where is 0.03 coming from? Mulife, don't run. Where is it coming from? 0.03. Where is it coming from? But if I don't run, okay. I go back at my settings. I said this word, the whole position, take a profit ratio. It is given in the signal as TP, or it is given as take a profit. It is given as what? Take a profit. So once you see TP or take a profit in the signal, they are meaning whole position take a profit ratio. This is what they are meaning. TP means whole position take a profit ratio, which is 3%. Thank you for those ones who are following. Hey, come here and you put 3%. See what? 3% as it is given in the signal. Now, this one, whole position take a profit callback, it is 0.1. 0.1. So come here, buy in callback, you put 0.01. 0.01. Then come here also, sub position take a profit callback, you put 0.01. 0.01. Then come to strategy period. When you are setting, you will find it in cycle. But change it to one shot. Change it to one what? Change it to one shot. So after changing it to one shot, come to margin configuration. When you come to margin configuration, we have this side of multiple buy-in ratio. Put 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Throughout all of the 17 margin calls, it should be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. I'm going to explain that, and 1. Come to this side of margin call drop. 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, the rest 0.5. The rest down 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. The rest is what? 0.5 up to the 7th. 0. What? 0.5. Up to down, 0. What? 0.5. I'm going to explain it for you to understand. After that, you save. Save your settings. Save your what? Your settings. After saving the settings, come here on preset. I told you preset. The word preset, this one, it means this. It means this. It means first preset buy in price. It means first preset buy in price. It means first preset buy in price. Now, if this is our signal, what is the first preset buy in price? If this is our signal, what is the first preset buy in price? What is the first preset buy in price? What is the first preset buy in price? If that is our signal, what is the first preset buy in price? Let me see. 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 Okay, let me see. Douglas Mpaji. Let me see. Sumaya Shanita. Let me see. Let me see. The preset can use. No. That one applies to the coins you have chosen within your OQ application. But if it is the signal, you don't enter the RSI thing. Concentrate on what I'm teaching. You people, that's why you fail exams. You fail exams. You are introducing something that is that I'm not teaching about. Is this one my brother from where? I am seeing my brother from where? The name has run away. Brother Victor from Nigeria. Sister Rolini. Now, Kobushinja, where are you getting the current price? Where are you getting the current price? We haven't talked about it. Where are you getting the current price? If Agi has understood, if Agi has understood, now what about you? Margaret, Murife. Okay. You enter the what? The preset. So preset is given here in the signal. Here. It is 1.364. Come here in your queue. Enter the preset. It is 1.364. And you click on sure. After clicking on sure, then you click on activate. Click on activate. Then you click on create. You click on what? On create. So after the robot, you wait for the robot to buy the coin. You wait for the robot to buy the what? The coin. After the robot has bought the coin, here, this is where it is interesting. I am repeating the statement several times. After the robot has bought the coin, what does it mean? Come back to the trade settings of the coin. After the robot has bought the coin, what does it mean? It means that the $15 have already gone to the market. After the robot has bought the coin, come back to trade settings. Let me save and come back again. Come back to trade setting. You click on trade setting. After the robot has bought the coin, it means that the $15 have already gone to the market. Then you come and change to 5. You come and change to 5. 5 that I called the second first buying amount. This was the calculations for those ones who were following. $100 trade one coin, use 15% of your $100. 15% of $100, it is $15. It is 15 what? $15. So it is the first $15 that we put here as the first buy-in amount. It is the first $15 that we put here. That's why the $15, I called them FFBA. FFBA meaning the first buy-in what? In amount. So what was the remaining balance? The remaining balance was 100 minus 15, which is giving us 85. 85 divided by 5. 5, I called it the second FFBA. That was the second first buy-in amount. That's why I changed it from 15 and I put $5 as the second first buy-in amount. I changed it from 15 and I put 5 as the second first buy-in amount. So it was 85 divided by 5, which is giving us 17. And 17 became our number. It became our number of margin calls. It became our number of margin calls. Now, have you understood? If you have understood, type a yes in the chat. Hey, type the code drop C for 17. Type the code drop C for 17. My sister, why don't you take screenshots from the training like this? What will happen if I forgot to change to 5? That means the robot will buy using $15. It will buy the 17 margin calls using $15, and yet it would be the answer will be 15 times 17, because the robot is buying 17 times, which would be more. It will be more than your capital. 15 times 17, you are getting $255, which you don't have. Which you don't have. So you remained with the 85. If you have understood that, type a yes in the chat. Someone is saying yes. Same over Frank. He's saying yes. At Lilian, are you still at home? If yes, type a yes if you are still at home. I don't understand, sir. Joseph Basse, Anthony, my brother, you are still at home, maybe. Repeat the margin configuration. I don't understand, sir. You said go over the margin call drop. Margin call drop it's not important. The percentage given in the signal, the 15% is not important. Yes. Where does RSI come in the picture? RSI is used when you choose a coin of your choice within your RioQ application. But this is a signal. It is a signal. My friend, don't bring RSI here, confusing my students. You are still in nursery. You want to teach the things of P7, primary 7. What is wrong? I'm interested, very interested. Hey! Abina Fokobina. Oh. Okay. Okay. I come in peace. Let me now calculate for you what I mean. Have you seen? I told you under the margin call drop, use 0.2 first call, 0.3 second call, 0.4 third call. The rest is 0.5 up to down. Now, this is called the multiple buy-in ratio. The word multiple, it means multiplication. That this is the symbol of multiplication. The symbol of multiplication. My teacher used to write it like this. Multiplication. You multiply. You multiply. The robot multiplies as it buys. It multiplies as it buys. That's why it is called, the name is multiple buy in ratio. It multiplies as it buys. Whenever the market is dropping, this is what we call margin call drop. Whenever the market drops at a certain percentage, whenever the market drops at a certain percentage, the robot multiplies as it buys, multiplies as it buys. So I'm repeating, whenever the market drops at a certain percentage, whenever a market drops at a certain percentage, the robot is multiplying as it buys. This is what we call multiple buy in ratio. What is it multiplying? That is the question. What is it multiplying? It is the question. It is multiplying the figure or the number you have put here. It multiplies the number you have put here. It multiplies the number you have put here. The number you have put here times your first buy in amount. Times your first buy, times your first buy in amount. Now we go to calculate. It means that when the market drops by 0.2, the robot is going to buy one time. This one time, it is 1 times 5. It is 1 times 5. So when the market drops again by 0.3, the robot is buying one more time, which is 1 times 5. The same thing if the market drops by 0.4, the robot is buying another one more time, which is 1 times 5. The same thing here, when the market drops by 0.5, the robot is buying one more time, which is 1 times 5. The same thing here, the robot is buying one more time, which is 1 times 5. This means the robot is buying 17 times, which is our number of margin calls. Which is our number of margin calls. It is buying 17 times. But each time the robot is buying, it is adding in $5. Each time the robot is buying, it is adding in $5, which is going to be 5 times 17. 5 times 17. 5 times 17. 5 times 17, which is giving us $85, which was our remaining balance. Remember, we removed $15, and $15 went in the market at first, which we called the first FFBA. Then we remained with 100 minus 15. So we remained with 85. We divided 85 divided by 5, and we got 17 margin calls. So the robot will use the remaining $85 to buy 17 margin calls. But each margin call the robot is buying, it is going to be adding in $5. $5 17 times, which is giving us $85. If you have understood that, type a 2 in the chat. Type a 2 in the chat. Type a 2 in the chat if you have understood that. Yeah. This is very, very funny. You see, with this kind of explanation, even the blind, even the blind can listen and understand what I'm talking about. Even the what? The blind can listen and understand what I'm talking about. Hey. So, who is talking about the subtraction here? Have you seen me subtracting anything, my brother? Have you seen me calculating? To be a teacher, is a call from heaven. My sister, Onesimus. What are you talking about? My leader, please, is $5 accepted as a trading sum in Binance? Yes. 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 Ah. Tell your friends who have missed the mandate trading that they don't know what they are missing. Knowledge after knowledge. Knowledge after knowledge. Tell them that they are missing. Knowledge after what? After knowledge. So someone is telling me, please repeat for us. We have not understood. Yeah. Then what? Hey, my friend, please explain how to check if the robot has bought the first coin. No. If the robot buys the coin, Leader Doris Angel, Doris Great, our super lady from Ghana, very exciting, very motivational, inspirational, teaching you. You see, if you miss these trainings, my brother and sisters, you are missing to understand. You are missing to understand. You will know that the robot has bought the coin. Sir, thank you. But what happens if the coin drops below of the robot will buy? Oh, someone has just joined the someone has just joined. Sorry for you. Sorry for you, my brother. The training was at 10. Now you enter at 11 and 35 minutes past. So you want us to repeat it for you. Sorry. Sorry. So $100, trade one coin. The calculation is applied to all trading capital. It applies to all trading capital. $200, $500, once you understand. Trade one coin. So I said, and I talked about this, $100, trade one coin, $200, trade one coin, $300, trade one coin, $400, trade one coin, $500, trade one coin, $700, trade one coin, $600, trade one coin, $800, trade one coin, $900, trade one coin, $1,000, trade one coin. You get one coin at a go. This system of you people, please, our investors. Yes, you have money, but the money you are bringing it in the market that you don't control. Please focus on the advice given to you by the leaders. However, I said $100, trade one coin, use 15% of your trading capital as the first buying amount, meaning that it is going to be 15%. It is going to be 15 divided by 100 times $100. $100, which is your trading capital. The answer you get, it is going to be 15. 15 becomes your FFBA. FFBA, your first buying amount. So here you are going to put 15. At first, you will put 15. At first. Then what would be the remaining balance? The remaining balance is going to be 100 minus 15. 100 minus what? Minus 15, which is giving us $85. So if it gives you $85, divide this by 5. 5 becomes your second first buying amount. It becomes your SFBA. It becomes your second first buying amount. Now, if you divide 85 divided by 5, you are getting 17. You are getting 17. 17 becomes your number of margin calls. 17 becomes your number of margin calls, which we call margin call limit. Here, you are going to put 17. You are going to put 17. So meaning that
we have lost the presenter. Just trying to see if he can come back and go. But generally, if you have learned something, let me know. If you have learned something, let me know. If you have learned something, let me know. So he's back, so let him continue.
Okay. Sorry, you should bear with me. The network in Africa, it has been raining, so you should bear with me, friends. But of course, we shall continue. We shall continue. Shall continue. We shall continue sharing my screen straight away. So I said, when you come to multiple buying ratio, this side, all of it is supposed to be one time. Then when you come to margin call drop, the first call is 0.2, the second call is 0.3, the third call is 0.4, the rest is 0.5 up to down. Up to down here, it is 0.5. Very easy to understand. I said the first call is 0.2, the second is 0.3, the third is 0.4. Then the rest of the calls, it is 0.5. Someone who was asking for the margin call drops. The rest is 0.5. Multiple buying ratio, one time throughout. Throughout. Now, after save your settings. Save your settings. Put in the first preset buying price given in the signal. Then you click on activate. You click on activate. I'm summarizing. Then you click on create. When you click on create, the robot, since it is a preset signal, the robot will wait for the preset price, for the current price of the coin to drop down to preset, and it buys the coin. If it buys the coin, it means that you come back to trade settings. Come back to the trade settings of that coin. Change from $15, which was your 15% over $100. Change from $15 and you put 5. You put 5. So that the robot can buy the 17 margin calls using $5. Using $5. I repeat the calculation. It was 100. Trade one coin. Use 15% over $100, which was $15. It was 15 what? Dollars, which we first put here. And when the robot bought the coin, we changed it from 15 to 5. The calculation is 100 minus 15. What is the remaining balance? The remaining balance is $85. Divide it by 5. When you divide 85 divided by 5, you are getting 17. 17 becomes your margin calls. 17 becomes your margin calls. 17 becomes your number of margin calls. So we divided 85 divided by 15. 85 divided by 5. 5 is our second FBA, which is our second first buying amount. That's why we changed it from 15 and we put 5 here, so that the robot can buy the 17 margin calls using $5. Because if you multiply 17 times 5, you are getting $85, which was our remaining balance on our digital bank of Binance. And it is the reason as to why we put 1 here. We put 1 throughout, because this is multiple buy-in ratio. Multiple means multiplication. The robot multiplies as it buys. That's why it is called multiple buy-in ratio. You see, this is margin call drop. If the market drops at a certain percentage, the robot is multiplying as it buys. What is it multiplying? It is multiplying the figure you have put here times your first buy in amount, or times the second first buy in amount. Meaning that when the market drops by 0.2, the robot is buying 1 time, which is 1 times 5. If the market drops by 0.3, the robot is buying one more time, which is 1 times 5. If the market drops by 0.4, the robot is buying another 1 more time, which is 1 times 5. So whenever the robot is going to buy these 17, margin calls, these 17 margin calls that you have opened up, the 17 margin calls, it is going to be adding in $5 whenever it is buying the 17 margin calls, because here you have put 1 throughout, meaning that it is going to be 17 times 5, which is giving us 85, $85. The one we remained with on our digital bank of Binance after removing 15%. If you have understood that, type a yes in the chat. If you have understood that, type a yes in the chat. If you have understood that, type a yes in the chat. If you have understood that, type a yes in the chat. If you have understood that, type a yes in the chat. Someone is giving me great. The one who has typed great. Can I give you my wallet address? Filippo. Yes, Victor from Nigeria. Yes, but how do you know that the robot has bought the coin? My friend. What is the mode? The mode is sub-bin mode real-time settlement. It is here. I talked about strategy mode. Change the mode from here. Loyalty brought everything close to us. Change it to sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Sub-bin mode real-time settlement and switch off the AI margin call. Switch off the AI margin call. Switch it off. Switch it off. And you enjoy the strategy. And I trade another coin if I have been in floating loss for 2 months. Yes, you can trade if you have that capital. Yeah. How do you know that the robot has bought? This is awesome question. They have seen another way of doing it. Thank you for all the training. Rogers. Hey, the more you attend the training, the more you understand. You see? Then you find people on TikTok. Loyalty is bad. Loyalty is not working. They scammed my money. They ate my money. I don't know. But people, loyalty people, crypto is a scam. You don't want to be in the training. You don't want to be in the training. Those ones who are in the training, they are learning. They are learning. When you are there, instead of saying the business is working, but me am not attending the training, that is the problem. You are blaming the business. You blame each and everyone. You know, I would be rich, but my parents, they don't have money. I was not born in a wealthy family. You know, I could be rich, but I have a problem with headache. You are blaming each and everything. You people. You people, do you take some time and you blame yourself? Because for me, you know, if the business was the problem, people are making money from trading. We are making money from trading. If others are making money from trading, then what about you? What about you? What about you? Check yourself. Check yourself. Trainings are here. We shout, we teach you, and you will make sure you understand it. But people are not here. This is a core of profits. I would appreciate even another more time for the same topic. What the president today? My friend. Okay. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for being part of the training. Thank you for trusting and believing in Royal Q. Thank you for trusting us, the leaders. And thank you for representing us wherever you are, my friends. UK, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Philippines, Burkina Faso, where Cameroon, Nigeria, everywhere you are. Thank you for representing us. We love you all. And most important, we want everyone to make money. We want everyone to make money in this business. That's why we keep on giving you, giving you our best, to make sure everyone understands how the business is operated. Thank you very much. We love you all. A love heart is not bad for me. If really I've done a great job today and people have understood, can give me a love heart. I leave your platform. Thank you, Leader Julius, for the wonderful opportunity given to me to be part of the, to be a trainer of today. I love you so much, my leader. If it wasn't you, I would not be the man as I am. Who am I? A hawker who was selling clothes. Right now, talking to you. Who am I? Sleeping in my own house because of Royal Q when I was renting. So I was nobody without Royal Q. I have become someone because of Royal Q. And I thank the man who saw the vision in me. That is Leader Julius. and he gave me the money to get started in the business. So since then, I have never looked back. I have never gone back. I'm keeping on progressing. So, Leader Julius, I don't have much to give you, but we always say appreciate people when they are still alive. Appreciate them when they are still alive. So we have a booty camp. Hey, booty camp. I cannot forget that. 28th and 29th. We have a booty what? A booty camp. Come. Campfire is going to be there. Learning from your leaders physically is going to be there. Food. I cannot forget that. Food is going to be there. Games are going to be there. Goat roasting. Those ones, people who love goats. If you are there, I think, Leader Julius, we should also include the chicken, because for ladies will be chased away, because for them they love chicken so much. They are not interested much in goats. So we should include. We should also be part of that chicken. Because ladies are attracted to chicken. Okay. Okay. That was it for today. Thank you very much. Food, chicken, beer, okay. All of it is there. All of it is there. So I've seen my brother here, Nima Simon. Thank you for changing the lives of your brothers and sisters. Please keep it up. Wine is also going to be there. We have this old wine from Chinese, 100 years. You don't know how sweet it is. From Chinese. That one, wine, Wine. 100 years in cellars. Very sweet. Thank you very much for being part of the Crypto Ambassadors. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. So Leader Julius can take over.